minutes.
Ooh, look.
Wow.
Yeah, this is our where we have coffee and stuff like that. But down
Very
here is where we
cool.
do our briefings.
We
Every time
have
we fly.
never been up here.
Most people don't get to come up here. Chair.
Oh
And then
my
I usually
goodness.
sit over there, but I'll sit next to you.
Yeah.
You can sit down too if you want.
You want to help it? Okay, Mama's gonna come over.
Here, we'll let you use this one.
Ooh, this is cool.
So you've flown around
I
North Las
know.
Vegas before. Probably looks a lot like that, all brown.
Yeah.
That's where we practice,
Ooh.
which is close to here. Here, we'll grab you another one.
There's a bunch. Yeah. And there's one that has the formation.
Aurora, careful.
Here, you can look at this one, but it's heavy and sharp, so be careful. This is, ow, they're sharp. Well, I'm going to show some maneuvers, and then you can see that one, okay? So this is where we fly. So every time we go to a different show site, we look at this from above on the computer to see what it's going to look like. So when we
Aurora,
fly there, we know.
Piper.
This isn't very exciting because it's just brown, but some show sites there's buildings and towers and sometimes mountains. So we have to know where everything is so we don't hit it.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, it's important. So that's not too exciting. But do you know any of the names of my maneuvers?
I know split S.
The split S, the opposing split S. So that's about halfway through the show. The first thing we do is the opposing knife edge.
Ooh.
Yeah, and I'm the left solo, so I always start over here. And I go like this, and then the right solo comes this way, and then we pass that show center.
Like this?
Yep, we do a knife edge. That's why it's called. It's like the edge of a knife.
Michelle,
Yeah,
they probably broke.
that's okay. They're kind of fragile. Sometimes they break.
Yeah, sometimes people.
We know you didn't do it, so it's okay.
Of course. Of course.
I know. See, that one broke too. Four had a bad day, right? Knocked his tail off.
And his left wing, his right wing off. His other wings, or back wing is off.
Oh, yeah. Oh. Yeah. And then after that, I come over to the other side and
Then we do another knife edge.
we do opposing inverted.
Ooh.
So now I'm 5, so I get to start upside down like this.
Oh. And
cool.
I go up.
And you go right side up, and at show center, I flip right side up, and you flip upside down.
Ooh, that's cool.
Yep.
This one's number 4. I have
Yeah, that was 4. This is 6.
Ooh, number 2.
And then I do the 8 point. Do you know what that one looks like?
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8.
And I actually count out loud in the jet, because sometimes you lose track and you'll accidentally do a 7 point.
That happens to me sometimes.
It does. It gets disoriented, right?
That happened to me yesterday.
That's funny. So I'll talk in my microphone. I'm like 1, 2, 3, all the way to 8, and then I pull. And then I do a knife edge by myself, just my jet, closer to the crowd. So just like before, when we went at each other, but I hold it a lot longer. So I go like this and put all the rudder in. You know what the rudders are?
Yeah.
I put all the rudder in, and then I go like this and hold it all the way down the crowd line.
Whoa.
Yeah, which is cool, but that's kind of a tricky maneuver. And then we do opposing split S, which you like.
Yeah.
That one's cool. That one's lots of fun. So we pass each other, and then we go up, roll upside down, and then we pull like 6 G's probably, and then we pass each other again. So lots of timing to pass at the show center right in front of you at the crowd twice. Have you seen my high alpha?
No.
So that's the one where the jet goes really slow and it points up like this.
Oh. Like what number 1 boss does?
So Boss doesn't do a high alpha. There's a couple that he slows down, puts his gear down, and the other jet passes real fast. That's the high-low hit. The high alpha is a slow. The F-16 can't go super slow because it has tiny little wings, right?
Yeah.
So there's not a lot of lift because it's so short. But the engine's really strong. So I use all that thrust in the engine and the nose up in the air so I don't keep going towards the ground. And I go at 115 knots. Do you know how fast your airplane flies?
No.
Do you know? Sure. It's,
Like 120.
yeah. So the normal speed for your airplane is about as slow as the F-16 can go without its gear down.
Whoa. Cool.
Yeah. And even when I'm flying with the gear down to land, I'm still usually like 150 knots. It's a fast jet. It's a lot different, but I bet you could learn to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how fast does it go?
So we can go twice the speed of sound, which is kind of a hard concept, right?
Yeah, we saw you practicing.
Yeah, luckily we don't go faster than the speed of sound at shows because it makes a boom sound and it sets off people's car alarms. It can break the windows, and then people get mad at us. Yeah, so we'll go about 600 miles an hour during the show. Your car on the road probably drives 60 miles an hour.
Yes. Yes? Yeah.
Yeah, so we're gonna go 10 times faster than that.
Whoa. Cool.
That's fast, right?
Yeah.
What else do I do? Let's see, high alpha, and then the calypso and the reflection.
Ooh.
So I get to be the upside down jet. So for the calypso, if you're the other solo, and you're right side up, you're gonna go right like there, so it looks like our tails are touching to the crowd. But really, we won't hit each other because,
If you do, you'll crash.
well, that's right, that's bad. But he's actually behind me. So if my jet's here, he'd be like this. So we actually have space.
Yeah.
But you can't see that from the crowd.
Yeah, it looks like you're actually like
It does, yep. And then the reflection is the same, but now he's above me. It looks like our little fins are touching. But actually, he's back here. But it just looks like,
Yep. Looks like
even though there's space.
Yep.
That's how we stay safe. It's like a magician. It's an illusion.
It's a trick.
It is. But it's a pretty cool trick, huh? And then we join together with the other 4 aircraft for the Delta.
Ooh.
Yeah, so then the Diamond, giant Diamond, I'm always over here on the left side. And then
So you
6
are-
would be on the right side.
And will I be number 2?
You could be the photo chase jet.
What did that mean?
He flies back here and takes pictures. But this is number 2 right here. What number do you want to be?
She wants to be a police officer.
You want to be a police officer?
You
Are you
wanna
going to be on
number
the
4?
ground with a radar gun being like, they're speeding? They're going too fast. Are you going to give us a ticket? Yeah, we would get a lot of speeding tickets. That'd be bad. I would be broke. You'd take all my money. So we got to join together for the Delta, and we do a roll, and then we come back and we do a loop. And the roll is the hardest thing I do in the whole show because I'm way out here on the end. Have you ever been on like roller skates or like at the end of a whip? Like your friend spins you and you're on the end and you're like flailing around?
I have blades and I never done that.
Well, or like on a tire swing, if you lean back and you're just getting pulled out, it's harder if you're on the edge. That's what it's like being on the end of the roll. The boss is rolling, everything rolls around him, and I'm over here trying to follow, but I have to fly a really big circle. Well, he flies a smaller circle.
Even the 6 has to do a big circle.
It does, and
Instead of a
he's
small
on the right, he's on the outside, so it's a little bit easier on the inside. It's tough because you actually have to push the airplane forward while you're rolling, which is tricky. Yeah, that's tricky. And lots of rudder too, which the F-16 doesn't usually use rudder very often. I bet you use rudder quite a bit in your airplane.
Yep.
Yeah, we don't normally do it until you come to the Thunderbirds, and then you use it all the time.
She's been flying the F-16 in the sim.
Okay,
So,
nice.
yeah.
It's a lot. It's hard. It's pitchy.
Yeah, sometimes I forget.
She's been working on her startup.
Nice.
Yeah. She's like, Mom, I want to go do a cold start. I was like, okay.
That's where we start too.
Yeah.
When we first join the team, we go over to a simulator and we sit there and we go, all right, what weird Thunderbird radio calls are they going to make? And what weird ground show stuff do I have to do?
Where's the sim?
It's in a different building, but we can't go over there today, unfortunately. But I bet it's pretty cool, like the one you have, so you've already done that.
I got it for Christmas because my dad.
That was a good Christmas present. And then at the end of the show, One of the really cool maneuvers is where the diamond goes up like this, and then they all split apart in different directions.
Yeah, they go the shooting star.
Yeah, and I come through the middle like this.
The shooting star.
And then they do that's the high bomb burst, and then they all come back together and they all pass the same point at once, which is the little square. That's the point all 4 diamond pilots will go to at the same time. Yep.
Yeah.
That's the bomb burst.
And right here is the Aussie.
Yeah, that's the center, show center.
So the lines are the show center?
Yeah, that's the line. So if you were in the crowd, you'd be right on that red line,
Oh, okay.
looking this way.
And the gate is the blue, right?
That's the 500 feet from the crowd. So that's as close as we can get. Because there's all kinds of rules. All kinds of flying has lots of rules, including air shows.
Yeah.
But it's just to keep everyone safe. So we can't go any closer than the blue line, and then the red line is where the crowd is. So if you're right in the middle, like if you're in the Thunderbird tent or you're right by the fence, right in the middle, you'd be standing right on that red line looking out towards that circle. Yep, to give you some perspective. This whole circle, from the middle to the edge, is 5 miles. So it's pretty big, but we use the whole thing during our show.
Where is number 5? Where's number 5?
Upside down.
I think the number 5 jet might be in a different room. They probably were using it to brief a flight, because they're flying right now. About the show, about maneuvers.
No.
Do you have any questions?
Yes. I think I know how to do a 7-point roll.
A 7-point roll. Maybe that'll be a new maneuver we add.
3, 4, 5, 6.
Uh-oh, you ran out of space.
Remember, let me show you.
Your first turn was too
Let me
big.
show you. So, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Oh, that was way better.
Okay, so how I do it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7.
Yeah, that was good. I do a 4-point too.
Ooh, I know.
That's easier to count.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, Amelia's 4-point roll is better than mine.
It's tricky.
Yes, it is.
The airplane just wants to go.
And now I know how to do a 6-point roll.
A 6-point.
Yeah, just one edge. 1,
That's true.
2,
Just do less points.
3, 4, 5.
When we're learning the 8-point, we all accidentally do 7-point rolls at some point. But you get better.
You
and
have
then
to
you don't
try
do it anymore.
and
Lots of
over and
practice.
over. Because you had to do 4 edges.
You go by this one?
Because
How many
you
rolls
had
can you do?
Aurora,
Poke yourself
careful.
in the eye.
Don't poke your eyeball out.
Well, those are like aileron rolls. So the
I can do
other
a
solo
barrel
does, he does 4 aileron rolls.
I can. Who does the 7 rolls?
No one does 7 rolls right now. That's you.
Me, so me.
Is that a head-on pass?
And
Gentle.
8-point
Aurora.
Aurora,
half.
hit them, remember they're fragile.
Oh, yeah,
And they're sharp, so we gotta be careful. All those antennas will cut your fingers, tested. So I'm not sure where we go next. I should look at our itinerary.
Ooh, we have an itinerary.
We do.
Thank you.
We have a raft, we have
Ready
like
to
water, we have
Ooh.
sunscreen. We don't have any food, but we have bug spray, we have flares so we could signal a helicopter to come pick us up. You get to see all that stuff, and then you can try on a harness. And there's a training rig. It's a big metal rack, and the harness hangs from it, so you can actually hang with your feet not touching the ground. And you can be like, this is really uncomfortable, because it is.
Ooh, I want to try.
But probably more comfortable when you're your size than when you're our size.
So, our next thing is supposed to be zoomed through it faster than I thought. So, the next thing we're supposed to do is at Sear. So, I guess we can give you like a PA spiel real quick
Yeah.
before we take you over there because our appointment's at 10.
Do you want to hear about them? They take all the pictures, the videos.
Yes. So, this is
That's a cool job.
Magic happens.
Yes.
Right? So you
Everything
wouldn't
you
see
see on
any of our stuff
Instagram and
otherwise.
Facebook, we put all that stuff together in here. Yes. So I see your dad has a camera. Are you familiar with camera equipment as well?
No.
No? You want to take a look at this camera I have here?
Ooh.
Yeah, this is Nikon.
Their office is pretty cool. We can all come.
We have the,
This is where all the
we have the
magic
nicest office.
The office is really
Alright, so this is
wow.
turn on. So that's switch right there. Look at all the planets. You just turn it.
The lifesaver.
Like that. So, if you look into this, it's called a viewfinder, you can see
Hey,
what you want
look.
to take a picture of. Can you see everything?
Oh, Reno!
So, here's how you want to hold it.
Thunderbird.
Your hand here, and this hand
Mama,
underneath
where
the
is the
recording.
lightsaber?
Oh, the lightsaber's right here.
I'll look through
See
see
the
if you want to take some cool
Reno,
pictures
trophy?
of your family.
Okay,
Oh,
how do I
sorry.
take a picture?
You'll press
But-
this button right here. Can you see him? Let's see how I'll brighten it up a little bit.
That's next year. She's gonna be asking for that. You're like, great.
Yeah, thanks.
Alright, try again.
All right, maybe a picture. Can you do this?
Daddy, you get in the picture too.
He tried to sneak off. Have that one come out. Here, press this button right here.
So you know what? That's small potatoes. You know what else our
Uh-oh.
you know what else our office does?
There you go. I'll send
Our
that one to you,
office
okay?
helped arrange that Kelly Clarkson visit.
Yeah, they're the ones that set all that up. That's pretty cool.
That's
huh?
what this office does.
Mhm.
So, do you know how you've ever been watching like a movie or a TV show or even like a game show and you see somebody on it that has on an Air Force uniform?
Mm-hmm.
That's what this office does. So, public affairs kind of has our hand in like a lot of little pieces, right? So we do photojournalism, we do broadcast, we do combat cameras. So like if you ever see like pictures from the war or anything like that, those are PA photojournalists. But then we do tours, so like the museum or like base tours, because not just this office, but we actually have like PA people who work like regular base. So there's a PA for this team, but every base has a PA office. So we do tours, we do goodwill, kind of being ambassadors between the base and the community. But then we do the fun things that people don't know about. So we liaise between the base and the media as well. And where that really gets interesting is when Hollywood wants to use the military's likeness. That's where PA comes in. So they come to us and then it's like, we want to like depict Transformers, for example.
Oh, yeah.
We want the Air Force to like come flying in their planes and like help take down these Transformers.
Captain Marvel.
Yep.
Or Captain Marvel, right? Like we want it to be, you know, we want the heroes to be Air Force people, like not Army people or like not Navy people. Like we want them to be airmen, right? So they work very closely with the Air Force to make sure the uniforms look right, the language is right, you know, the hairstyles are right, the walks right, like everything's right, so that when people see that on TV, like they get like a real image of like what airmen are supposed to look like. And then in return, when people see that on TV, they're like, I want to be an airman. And so we get good recruitment value from that. And so this office does a lot.
They ride in the back seat too with a big camera and take pictures while the jet's pulling
the back of
T's
the
and
jet.
upside down. Yeah, which is hard. And hard to not get sick because you're looking through a camera while the jet's moving, which makes a lot of people
They
feel
take
sick.
those pretty pictures that you see
Yeah.
on Instagram.
I never get sick.
Oh no, not never. You
Yeah,
got
either.
stomach
We're
ache
lucky.
still. Your mom told me you can do all the loops and the acrobatics.
And sometimes I
Dizzy sometimes.
If you spin enough times. When I do vertical rolls up in the sky, I'm supposed to go this way, and sometimes I can't tell which direction it is. I use the sun. I'm like, the sun's over there by my left foot, so I'm like, there's the sun, there's the sun, there's the sun. Stop.
One day when your boss, one of the PA airmen are gonna like
Crazy.
hop in and like take some photos of you during your demo.
These GoPros too, you know about those?
Yeah,
GoPros and jets where you get cool videos. Oh yeah.
Oh, do you use GoPros to get some good footage of you too?
Yeah, when she's in. Yeah.
That's the best option. That's what we use too.
when I'm here.
Yeah, you have some cool videos, don't you, on your Instagram?
One time,
I saw that YouTube video of you.
Your dog went flying?
Yeah, on my birthday.
Your whole family flies, even the dog.
Yeah, even the dog.
Flying, she got it flying.
I know,
It just keeps
even
getting
the
cooler and
dog.
My dog flew on my birthday in the Comanche.
What kind of
How
dog do you
did a
have?
dog like that?
Pitbull.
Oh, what's it?
Just sat in the back.
Is there a boy?
Got her name?
Yeah, I'm like,
And she was
didn't
shivering
say.
the
What's her name?
Juliet, and she was shivering the whole time.
Yeah, that's probably not used
Yeah,
to
I'm like, the dog didn't seem freaked out by it, or?
They're back.
I'm sure we can figure it out.
Yeah, we can figure it out.
She's like, I'm getting in there.
I need
Well,
three.
that took me out.
Whoa, we probably have to have seatbelts on.
We'll
for our game,
get
but
the
maybe
seat
you can sit
situation
by me on the way
figured
back.
out.
We have to have twice. There, as you guys have.
Yeah. Awesome.
And that's Gumbo. He's the new number 6. He's like the new me. Don't we look alike?
Could be twins. You guys gonna go watch us launch later on? That's what I heard.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
It's gonna be super fun. Well, we're gonna go debrief, but we're gonna find you guys a little bit later and come say hi, okay?
We're headed over to Sear.
Ooh, that'll be fun. You can go play in the harness. Survival. Sweet.
Check out all our gear.
Yeah.
Very cool. Well, have fun, guys.
Alrighty.
Enjoy yourselves. Nice to see you guys.
ya.
We'll see you guys a little later, okay?
See ya.
Yeah.
Bye, guys.
Yeah. All right, they just came back from flying. They just landed.